And welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. Okay, now what I want to do is to create a tree view here. So first thing first, just make sure you guys have your Tkinter from tkinterlibrary.ttk imported. Then I'm going to come right underneath the button here, and right there let's enter the following. So that's going to just be a comment, and I will now create a style. So this style is going to include the use of the amount of padding I want, heading, and the font, and so on, and the roll height. So that's what I'm going to enter in there. So I'm going to say style, that will be equals ttk dot style. I'll say method in there. That's one down. So let's just enter in here. That would be create a ttk style. So I'm just gonna bring these, paste it right underneath here, a ttk style. There. Or let's just say style instant. Okay. There we go. Now, this style that I've just created, the next thing is I'm going to use this style to increase the font, like I said earlier, and I will also add headings and so on. So let's come right in here, and I'm just gonna say style dot configure, and that is going to be widget tree view. Okay, you can see the tree view in uppercase. So I'm just going to enter the first one here. I'm going to say dot heading. There we go. And we also need to add fonts. So I'm going to get rid of this font, or we can just ask it to use the TK default fonts. So we can get rid of all of these. It's a TK default font. So comma, let's make the size about 18. There we go. Now the next thing is let's configure the roles. Grab all of this, paste. So in this case I just want the roles to be taken care of. That will be tree view height, no, tree view comma roles, role height. And that's, I'm gonna make that about 40, comma, and I'm also using the default font here as well. Okay, and here let's just enter. I'm going to enter this thing in here, comment, so that you guys don't get that wrong. So let's say increase the font size of the tree view. That's what that does. Okay, then tree view element, increase the font size of the tree view element. There. Okay, now I want to create what I will have inside my headings. So let's say tree view. underscore column, and these columns that is going to be equals as follows. So let's say the first one, I'm going to call that dog ID. That's the first column, comma. The second column, that is going to be the dog's name, comma, and let's go for the breed of the dog now. Then I'm going to go for the color. The dog sex. Yeah, and the dog we're about to rescue, the year of birth of this dog. There we go. I might as well make this one uppercase. Then number of dog or numbers of dog rescue of dogs there. So that should take care of my columns. All right, we now want the tree view. Where are we going to place this tree view? I'm going to place it right inside my right frame here, this very frame. Copy that, bring it down. Okay, right underneath here, I'm going to say tree view. That's the name of my tree view in lowercase. That will be equals ttk dot tree view. And this tree view is a child of right frame, comma, column, columns. That will be equals tree view underscore columns, comma, and I also want you to show the headings. Show headings, and I'm just going to specify the height now. That will be, let's go for about 10. All right, that's good enough. So let's run that up. So we can just say tree view, get it rounded up. Dot grid. I can copy this, grab all of this, paste it right underneath here. I'm going to change this to, I'm going to ask it to span about 10. Okay, and the y-axis spacing, let's get it padded to about 34. All right. Okay, guys, so if I run it now, I should be able to see the tree view, but it might be a little bit too long or too wide. So let's run it and see. There we go. That's my tree view. Look at it right there. And you might not be able to see that's each column there. Okay, but the column seems to be too large or too wide. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restrict the column to certain size. So let's come right down here and enter comment in there, and we just say set up the tree view columns. So let's use it for column that represent column in tree view. So in tree view columns, yeah, right there. Paste that in there, and end it with column, semicolon, and no column actually. So we can just say treeview dot height. Let's say dot height. Okay, now dot heading. I mean treeview dot heading. That is going to be column, comma, text equals column. That's good. So the next one is we now want to define the column itself. So I'm going to say treeview dot column. Treeview dot column, and that is going to be column, comma, the width, and let's make that about 170. That is the width. And here we just need to say treeview column. We want it to get it anchored to the center. Okay, comma, anchor equals center. All right, this should actually give me the or define the columns for me. So let me save that first. Run and save. Oh, let's see. Let's come back in here. This is meant to be in lowercase. Okay, let's try that out one more time. Run. There we go. Look at that. See, it's now in order. Very good. Now, we do need a spreadsheet. So, I'm going to click on this and let's just create a spreadsheet very quick. Right, we already have all of the headers or all of the component that will go in there. So this is going to be dog ID and so on. Close this. There they are, dog ID. Copy that and just paste it in here. Paste it right in here. Dog ID. Then we have dog name. There we go. Then we need the dog breed. There we go. Undo that. That should be a dog breed here. Okay, so I've just had to rush that. That is it. Okay, I have dog ID, dog name. Maybe I should put an underscore here as well. Dog name underscore. Then the breed, the color, the sex, year of birth, and number of dogs. There we go. So let's save this. I'm going to save it straight onto my, maybe, yeah, save it somewhere on the desktop. Okay, so I'll just call that rescue dogs. Underscore dogs. There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Save. Okay, I'm going to click on yes. It's just about the features, so that's fine. Alright then. So that is it, guys. That's just what you needed. Just a very simple table. Oh, sorry, a very simple spreadsheet that contains the following. Alright. Okay then, now let's minimize that. Before then, let me add some data in here. So I'm going to say number 1, that would be Lily, and the breed of Lily, that's, let's say that's Jack Russell. Yeah, Jack Russell. And the color, let's just make that white, and that will be female. And let's say the year of birth is that. A number that were rescued, let's say, is about 45. And number 2, let's just call that Butch. And Butch, that happens to be a bulldog. And the color, let's say the color is white as well. It's a male. And that would be, let's say, 2013. And how many do we have in this? Okay, 78. Number 3. Let's call that Peter. Dog name is Peter. And the dog happens to be Station. Right. Let's say the color is black. It's a male. And I'm going to make that 2016. And we're talking of about 500 plus. Okay, that will do for our data. Okay, that's good enough for me. So save that. Yes, save. Okay, close that. We'll be calling that with the Python. Okay, the next thing is we need to get the system to load up the data we have on the spreadsheet. If you look in here, there's nothing right now. And if I open up my spreadsheet, I think that is it. I want this data in here. I want it to be displayed right in here. Okay, so let's exit out, and to do that, come right underneath here. We need to use the load function. Move this up. Alright, so let's enter just a comment in there. So load data from Excel spreadsheet and display it on the in the Treeview. So I'm going to first of all use a try statement, see if there's any error. So, and I'm now going to declare a local variable. I'll call it df. I want it to use the pandas, the PD. If you want to know where the PD is, that is it right here where I say import panda as PD. Okay, so that's what I'm using here now. PD.read Excel, does read underscore Excel. And what am I reading? My file. So it's called rescue dogs. Rescue underscore dogs dots XLS. There we go. Okay, enter single quote here as well. Right, and just close that. Next, I'm going to use a for loop for index row in df as a local variable in there dot item row, okay, iterate row. There we go. Let that cover. Then we just say Treeview. Treeview dot insert. And what are we inserting? We inserting the following. So let's enter a space in here. Come on, comma, up to the end of the file. Comma, the value. Values equals row. Let's paste that in an array. So the first one is going to be, check out the dog ID, dog underscore ID. Close that up here. That will become a role. The next one is the role name. Okay, we can just copy all of these here and just paste them at the top. Okay, I've just entered each roles in there. Just have to speed that up. Then we then say exception. So my exception statement, so we can just say message box dot error. So right in here, say message box dot show error. Okay, that will be the default error message. There we go. And let's say comma string e. There. Okay, if I run this now, I should be able to see the data on the spreadsheet. So let's enter this here. Okay, we should be able to see the data on the spreadsheets. Now let's run that. If that works, then the next thing I'll do is to be able, there we go, look at that guys, that's brilliant. So what I then want to do next is, if I click on any of these data or any of this record, I want it displayed here. So let's close that, and I'm going to create a function. Okay, right underneath here, I'm just going to create a function that will handle the Treeview role selection or role selection event. Let's just say function to handle the Treeview role selection event. Okay, now right underneath here, let's say, let's declare a function. I'm going to call that on Treeview select event there. On Treeview select event, and I want selected events. Okay, selected events, that will be, okay, let's do that first. Selected event, selected underscore item, that's going to be equals Treeview dot focus. Now let's use an if statement. If selected item, grab all of this, if selected item equals the following value, if selected item equals the value, and that is Treeview item. Dot item. Then we say select item. Grab all of that. Select item, comma, and that is going to be value or values. There we go. Now the first one is going to be dog item dot deletes. Okay, so let's come down here and just say dog underscore id underscore entry dot delete, and the entry that I'm referring to, that is the text widget that you entry widget. So that is going to be delete 0 comma ck dot end. There we go. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the others. So let's just, but before that, delete it from the, I want it deleted from the Treeview and also add it onto the Treeview. So let's grab all of this. So this is what's going to happen. Or let's enter all the delete first. Okay, I just had to speed that up. So look at it, and at the same time get it inserted. Okay, look at that. This is delete, the method delete, use on each of the widgets, and insert. All right, but it's not going to do anything now. I'm going to run it. You see that there. Okay, nothing is going to happen right now. That's very simple to fix. So for us to be able to see those items, we then need to get it bind. So copy that and just dump it right here. So right underneath here, I'm going to create a bind function here. So we can just say Treeview dot bind, and what are you binding? So that's going to be Treeview select. Okay, Treeview select. There. And that's going to be select. There we go. Treeview select. And that should actually be inside double less than and double greater than. There we go. And we then call it on Treeview select event. That's what I want you to do. Comma, paste. I think that's it for the binding. So I'm going to now let's try it out. First of all, we save. There. Good. Click on anyone. Right. Let's see why. Okay, I think it's not working because of the indentation. So let's get it properly indented here. So if I run it now, like you guys saw earlier, nothing happens. Okay, let's get it indented. Okay, it's in line with the except. So run, because it's a method on its own. There we go. Look at that, guys. Okay, that's cool. So that is the binding method taken care of. I'm just going to enter, let's enter a comment in there. So I'm going to call that bind the function to the Treeview. Selection event. There. That is that. No, that should be bind. There we go. I'm going to save and run again one more time. Check this out, guys. That's brilliant. Very good. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial. And I will see you guys shortly. Bye for now.